Okay, the subject of this evening is obviously to do your one-to-ones, and we had a fantastic training a few weeks ago by Fiona Ives, but I just want to run through a few different things with you, if that's okay, as well as covering the main points as well. Okay, so prior to a one-to-one, what do you need to take with you? So most important is your presenter. Obviously, whether you do it on an iPad or whether you do a paper copy. Also, always make sure that you've got your sign-up forms with you. Don't ever assume that your iPhone or your iPad's going to work. Always make sure you've got a paper copy as well. And don't ever think they're not going to join there and then, because if they want to join and you haven't got a form, you'll be in a bit of a predicament. Okay, I always take with me a couple of products. I don't go mad, but I normally just take with me the heat lotion and the Propolis cream. I think they're both quite good examples of how good the products are. And also take with me the top 10 reasons to drink the drinking gel, because that's our main product that I normally talk about during the one-to-one. So I find that's really helpful as well. So always do a one-to-one in a public place, i.e. a coffee shop, or a local restaurant, something like that. Don't ever do one-to-ones if you can avoid it. Don't do them in people's homes, purely because you can't control the environment. So I've done one-to-ones in people's homes. They've got the TV on, they've got children walking in and out, they've got friends popping round. It can become really inconvenient. So if you meet somewhere outside of their home or your home, you can really control the environment. Always dress for a business meeting, so don't go and turn up in jeans and t-shirts, or jeans and t-shirts fine, but not scruffy. Remember that we're representing a $3 billion company, so you want to show that you're serious. Most people that I've done one-to-ones with my team always dress smartly, but it's worth bearing in mind that you need to be smart if at all possible. Always arrive early. So don't be turning up for your one-to-one at the same time as your guest. Try and get there early. Then you're able to choose a table that may be in the quieter area. Get yourself settled. Have a bit of a deep breath before you start. And always do the proper one-to-one presentation. So the one-to-one that we're doing now is a proper one-to-one. I can hear you now, Tony, I think.
Yeah, I figured out how to turn the mic on the iPad.
Yay! Right, I'm going to mute you now. And then.
Oh, brilliant.
Sorry, Shannon, you've been dumped. Hold on. Professional as ever. Okay. Always do the proper one-to-one. I've met so many people that don't feel comfortable doing a proper presentation. You need to get over that. You might assume what people want to know, and you'll sit there and have a bit of a chat with them and say, oh, if you do this, you can earn this, and if you do this, you can do this. But you might miss the most important thing that they need. And by doing a proper presentation with them, it gets all the information across to them. So it gives them the opportunity to hear about car plan, profit share, absolutely everything. So from £200 a month right the way through to the top incomes. Don't ever assume that the person you're sitting in front of is going to be interested in one thing or not another thing. Okay, so that's kind of just the background behind it, of how you should prepare yourself, really. I'm going to start the proper presentation now. So I use the Group Dynamics one-to-one, which is on groupdynamics.org. You need a password for that, but it's just Adam May 1 with capital A, capital M. The reason Group Dynamics have done their own one-to-one is purely because the people in the photos are people that we know. And so you can actually talk about people and give personal experiences, which I think is so much better. Okay, so I'm going to unmic you, Tony, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So thank you very much for meeting me today, Tony.
Hang on, could I ask you a question?
What's that?
Am I a persona or am I me?
You can be whatever you want to be.
Right, okay.
Make it as difficult as you want if you want to.
Right, okay, let's challenge her, shall we?
Thanks for that. Now, don't be rude.
No, I'm not.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much for meeting me, Tony.
Yeah, that's fine, thanks.
What I'm going to do this evening is just give you a little bit of background about the business and about the products.
Okay.
And you can see if there's anything in this for you. So if I could start off just by telling you why I joined Forever. So I joined Forever around 2.5 years ago. At the time, I was working in IT, but I found that I was really struggling for my work-life balance. So I've got a little boy who's 14 and wanted to spend as much time with him as possible. But my IT business was kind of taking over my life, really. I was taking computers home with me, was getting called into work at all different kinds of times, and it was getting to be a bit of a struggle. So I started using the products about 2.5 years ago and had great results with the products. That meant that I had real faith in the products, and then I was invited to look at the business behind the products. There I was able to see that I would be able to build a business without having to reduce my income, but much more flexibly. So now I only work the hours that I choose to, which is completely flexible. I'm at home during school holidays, which I love, and I've still got a fantastic income. So if I could just ask you, Tony,
Yeah.
out of these things that you see before you now, what would you say is the most important to you right now?
Extra income and helping others.
Okay, so if I was to start with extra income, what made you pick that one?
Because we struggle, we haven't been on holiday for years, so that would be good if we had extra income. We'll be able to go on holiday.
Okay, and does your, without getting too personal, does your current work not really cover that?
No, because I work in a charity shop, so we don't get paid that much.
Okay, and if you stay where you're working at the moment, do you think anything will ever change, or do you think you'll always be in the same situation of not being able to afford kind of the extra things?
Oh, well, I suppose if I stay in the same shop, I'm just going to be the same.
Right, okay. So how important is it for you to have a little bit more?
Well, quite important, really. I've got 2 children and they're grown up, so that's it. Help yourself to a drink. Don't offer me one. Um, it's it's really important. So what I need is an extra income to sort of treat the kids.
Right. Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you for being really honest. So what I'm going to do is when I take you through the presentation, I'm going to ask you to kind of wear 2 hats, if that's okay. So firstly, to think about what is in this for you, and obviously we'll have a look through and I can show you how you can make an extra income alongside what you're already doing, and that might be of big interest for you, but also to think about who you know. So if you look at the screen now, you'll see that there's a slide there which kind of mentions a lot of things, that challenges that people have nowadays. So for example, no pension, stress, longer working hours, debt, job insecurity. So as I go through the presentation, can you have a little think and think about people that you know that this might suit, that could potentially become your team members if you are interested, or if you're not interested, then you can give them as referrals to me. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Cool, thank you. Okay, let me go back. Right. I just realised I don't know how to change the slide. Hold on. Oh, there we go. The big arrow. Right. Okay. I love this slide. So, if money were no object, so say you won the lottery and you won about £3 million, What
hmm
would you spend your money on, and what would you do with your time?
Um, well, as I said, I'd probably go on holiday because we haven't been on holiday
Yeah.
for years, and probably probably recognition, really.
Okay, what would that mean to you?
Um, I don't know because I work in a charity shop and it's really good and it's nice to sort of do something that's for others. But you know, even us, we're under tight schedules and we've got to sell so much because the shop costs so much and we don't really get thanked a lot.
Mhm. Cool.
Keep drinking though.
I offered you a drink before I started the presentation. Did you not get that?
No, didn't get that message. Sorry.
No, it's actually my dinner. Do you want to see a photo?
Yeah,
Thank
go
you.
on. Carry on, be
Okay,
professional.
right. Okay. So this is a little bit of information about Forever as a company.
Okay.
So we're a very well kept secret. So if you were to walk down the high street and speak to 600 people, probably one person would have heard of Forever, and that 599 wouldn't have a clue. So had you actually heard of Forever before you met me?
No.
Right, okay, so that kind of shows that not many people have heard of it. But we're not a small company. We're trading in over 150 countries. We're cash rich and debt free. So every country that we set up in, we buy the head office outright cash, which on the one hand means that we're there to stay. So every country that we go into, we stay in. And also means that we're now underpinned by £1.5 billion worth of assets. So a lot of people have a challenge this day and age of worrying that their business is going to go, their jobs are going to go because the business will go bust, and that's mostly because of bank loans, etc. So we're actually our own bank. We don't owe any money to anybody. Okay, if you look down the bottom there, can you see the Investors in People symbol?
I can. Yeah, I
Have you
don't know
heard
what
of
that
that
is though.
before?
No.
Okay, so Investors in People is a government initiative and they look at companies' training and support. So you can apply to be an Investors in People company. And if you pass, you can get bronze, silver, or gold. So we actually got gold standard, which we're really proud of. And to put that into perspective, it took us 12 weeks to get our Investors in People. But Barclays Bank, it took them 3 years. So it shows how quickly. And obviously, it also means that we're very much a company that believes in building people up so that they run the business better. So we're very much into personal development and helping people.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so nearer to home, this is our beautiful head office. We've got a manor house in Longbridge. It's called Longbridge Manor, which is just outside Warwick. We've been in the UK since '93. But we're actually at the moment having a massive boom in the UK. So we're up 60% this year compared to last year. And I find that really incredible considering that we've been here for 20 years. So it's not as though we're a new company. So we're very much a company that's moving forward and growing at the moment. So it's a fantastic time to join if you feel this is for you. So this is our company sales figures. The first time I saw this, I was just struck by which way the arrow went, really. I think most companies will have real peaks and troughs and dips, whereas this company Forever continually grows, which I absolutely love. So do you think that's quite rare to see a company sales figures like that?
Yeah, I suppose so.
It's great to know that I'm working with somebody that's constantly growing. It's lovely. Okay, so there's 3 reasons why our business develops so well. Firstly is our product range. So without really good products that help people, we wouldn't have a brilliant business. We're also in the health and nutrition industry. So we're a rapidly growing industry, which is a great industry to be in. So if you're going to join a business, why not join one that's in a real growth industry?
Mm-hmm.
And we've also got a proven business model. So the way we build businesses now has been the same for the last 36 years. We haven't changed it because we don't need to, and it's not trial and error. We have the formula for you to build a very successful business if you follow what we show you. Does that sound good?
It does, yeah.
Okay, so most of our products are based on aloe vera. Have you used aloe vera before?
Only in my toilet paper.
Lovely. Okay. Well, obviously, as you mentioned, aloe vera is in a lot of high street products now, which is great. But our products are up to 98% aloe vera, which you would never get in a high street shop. So ours are much better quality. As you can see at the bottom there, we've got all different accreditations, and that means that we can recommend these products to all different cultures. But what I absolutely loved when I first used the products and when I joined the business was our 60-day money-back guarantee. So every product that we have, we can recommend on to anybody, and if they don't feel a real benefit from it, they can just give it back, and they get full money back for up to 60 days. Does that sound good?
Yeah, yeah. This must be confident in your product.
Yep, and it's actually underwritten by the company, so they're confident. So what makes our products really, really unique is we only use the inner gel of the aloe vera plant. We harvest it by hand. All the goodness is inside the plant, so it's basically peeled open, and we use the inner gel. And then we've found a way of keeping all the active ingredients alive within a bottle or a tube, and we do that through a cold process, so we're not heating it up or anything, which is why it all stays alive. And we've patented that, so we've got the most superior products on the market, and nobody can copy what we do. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, and we've also got an advisory board. So Dr. Peter Atherton is our GP, and he done a fellowship at Oxford University on aloe vera. So there's nothing he doesn't know about aloe. Dawn's our nutritionist, and Dave is our vet, because although all the products aren't tested on animals, they can all be used on animals, and animals get the same benefits that we do. So they not only run their own businesses, they answer an email service for us, which means that we can get advice whenever we need it. And they also run some absolutely fantastic trainings for us as well. Okay, so we have a range of around 250 different products, but our fastest moving product and our biggest seller every year is actually our drinking gel. So did you know that you can drink aloe vera?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So the aloe vera has lots of nutritional compounds within it. So it's got 75 vitamins, minerals and nutrients within it. So for a healthy person, it will make your hair, nails, skin better, give you lots of energy, help you sleep better, help your stress levels. But it also has really good benefits for people that suffer from skin conditions like eczema, psoriasis, acne, people who suffer from any pain conditions like fibromyalgia, ME, people that suffer from digestive problems. So apparently about 1 in 4 people in the UK now suffer from digestive problems. And the aloe vera balances the yeast and the bacteria within your stomach. So it can be really calming with things like IBS, Crohn's disease, things like that. And also brilliant for aches and pains. So I don't know about you, but I know a lot of older people that really complain of maybe not arthritis, but getting that way. And I also have a lot of customers with arthritis as well. So the drinking gel is a natural anti-inflammatory and also a natural painkiller. So it can have a really good effect for people that have got joint pain, sporting injuries or arthritis, or just people that are getting a bit stiffer as they get old. Does that all sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, so as well as the drinking gel, we also have personal care products that you and your friends and family would use every day. So I'm sure you have friends that brush their teeth and wash, hopefully.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, and we also have weight management products. sports and mobility products, and as I say, all the products can be used on animals as well. And it always surprises me how much money people spend on their animals. It's lovely. Oh, right. Okay. So the way we distribute our products is a lot simpler. So as you can see there, this is a demonstration of a traditional route from manufacturer to retailer. And it has a long chain, and all those people in that chain will take their cut, which means that a lot of money goes out to those people, and that increases the price of the product. Now, Forever have a really simple process. So we're completely vertically integrated, which means we own every step of the process. So we own the fields where the yellow's grown. We own the manufacturing process, so we guarantee the quality. And then from there, it's sent to an independent distributor like myself, and I pass it on to the consumer. And by keeping that process really simple, it means that up to 68% of the aloe vera, 68% of the profit comes back to myself as the distributor. So we're really well paid for what we do. Does that sound good?
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Okay. So in a traditional retail environment, a few people move a lot of product. Okay. Now the way we do things is very simplistic. So it's all about a lot of people doing a little. So it's about sharing the workload and actually much better customer service for everybody as well. Does that sound good?
It does.
Okay, so how many shops have you seen recently in your local high street or wherever that have closed down? Do you see quite a high turnover of shops?
Yeah, there's a lot of shops where we are, and they all end up becoming charity shops or food shops.
Yeah, presumably because they have a subsidised rent, don't they? So
we get a subsidised rent.
Cool. So we don't stock in shops, we choose not to. That means that building your business forever means that you don't have to pay staff, you don't have to buy stocks, you don't have to work those long hours that you do in a traditional retail environment. So what we actually do is we all work from home, which is fantastic. So this is so flexible to build up around what you already do until you get to the point where you want to maybe leave your traditional job and do Forever full time, which is exactly what I did. So it's got complete flexibility there. As I say, you don't carry stock. It's not a case of you having a garage full of aloe. You don't have to have staff, which is great. And also, it's a really low startup cost. So what Forever have done is they've put together a box of products that are our fastest moving products. So they've put around £240 worth of products into a box and put that all together for £199.75, plus all your free literature that you need to be able to start your business. So it's a really, really low investment compared to what a lot of people have to pay to start up a business. Okay, so have you ever been to see a film because somebody told you that it was going to be good?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Right, okay. So this is kind of how our business works. It all works on recommendations. So you use the products yourself, which is why you need a starter pack to be able to start trying them, drinking them, rubbing them in, and really getting an idea of what they're like. And then from there, you can give a personal recommendation, exactly the same as if you watched a brilliant series or you watched a great film. And that's how our business works, just on personal recommendation. Okay, as I said before, we all work from home. We all order directly from Forever, and that turns up within about 2 to 3 days. So there's no need to carry stock. We have brilliant personal development. We have fantastic training, which I absolutely love. And we've also, because we're in over 150 countries, you can start building a business in any country that Forever's already in. So do you have any friends or family abroad?
Yeah, my brother lives in Australia.
Brilliant. Forever's already in Australia, so you can start building a retail business and a team out there if you want to.
And is that easy to do?
And what do you mean by easy?
Well, I haven't got to fly out to Australia to build it up, have I?
No, the internet's fantastic. So I've got a business in 6 different countries. So I've got a business in Australia, Russia, Turkey, Spain, um,
France, Ireland.
France and Ireland. Yep. Okay, so I've been to Ireland and I've been to Spain, I've been to France, but I haven't been to any of the other countries. And I do it all over the internet. I do Skype calls, I do Fuse meetings just like this. So I personally, I feel that with the internet, the world has become a much smaller place. Do you think?
Well, it has, hasn't it?
Yeah, which means that the ability to build businesses in other countries is so much easier. It's brilliant. Okay, so this is pretty much my job description. So we help you develop 20 regular customers, and because the products are unique and they're also going to run out, if we show you how to look after those customers properly, they'll keep coming back to you month after month. So it's not about you retailing a bootload of aloe to the whole of Essex every month. It's about you having a small group of customers and looking after them really well.
Okay.
And then from there, we help you find 5 key people that, like you, want an extra income. Maybe they've got too much a month at the end of their wages, that kind of thing. And we help you identify those people with a need. And then we show you how to contact them professionally. And then from there, you're already running your business. So you quite simply show them what you've done to build your business. And it's kind of like a follow my leader kind of business.
Okay, so I'm not just chucked in a deep end then.
No, not at all. I work with my team really closely. So I do lots of different trainings, and we have a policy of kind of doing the first couple of presentations with them until they feel confident. And then from there, as soon as you feel ready, we leave you to do it on your own.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get as much support as you want. It's really good. And unlike traditional businesses, there's no competition, so everybody helps each other as much as they help as they need. Okay, so this is how we get paid. So by retailing, have your 20 customers. On average, each spends about £25 a month. So your team sales would be about £500. You start off on 35%, as everybody does. So you'd get between £175 and £240 a month paid into your account. And that's about 3 to 5 hours work a week. So does that sound good?
So just 3 to 5 hours, I could
Yeah.
potentially earn £200.
Yep. If you follow the system and follow what I show you, then yes, it's a very, very simple business to do.
And what? Is everyone gonna spend £25 a month?
To be honest, no. That's an average. So I have some customers that probably spend £40 to £50 a month, and I have other customers that order one thing that's about £12 a month.
Right.
So
Okay.
it does vary, but people tend to love the products. So if they love the products and you keep following them up so they know who to buy them from, they'll just keep coming back to you. Okay?
Okay.
So if you wanted to earn more, you go on to Team Build. So you find 2 people, they find 2, they find 2, they find 2. So you only find 2, but you end up with this lovely team. Each person only retails a little bit, so each individual sales is still about £500, but your team sales are 15,000. So Forever pay you on average 8% of your team's turnover, which would mean for about 10 to 15 hours work a week, you get about £1,200 per month paid into your account.
Okay.
So for a lot of people, that's a full-time wage, which is a lovely thing about it. And you can still do this part-time around what you already do, if you choose to.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, but won't most people be at work when I'm at work?
Okay. How would that affect your business?
Well, I work in the charity shop, so are you saying that I need to do this at sort of weekends or in the evening?
You can do it evenings and weekends. You can do it on your lunch hour if you have one, or you can just talk to people, because this whole business is based just on talking to people. So you might have somebody come into the shop on a regular basis that you chat to, that one day mentions that she's being made redundant. So it's probably not even a talking business. It's more a listening business. It's a case of when you go and see your friends or your family, or you go out socially, you just ask people how they are and you listen. And if they've got a complaint that you could potentially help them with the drinking gel, then you can chat to them about it.
Yeah, we get a lot of old people in our shop.
That's good. Yeah, and it's just a case of educating people about the products and about the business, and then they can go away and think about whether they'd like to know more. We're not pushy at all, because you only need a tiny little customer base. Okay, so obviously the bigger your income, the bigger your team, the bigger your income. Okay, I know people on all different stages of income within Forever. It just depends how many hours per week they put into it, and how long they've been doing it for. But what we also have, which is fantastic, is a pension style income. So if you don't mind me asking, do you have a pension at the moment?
No, I don't.
Okay, so what you can do with Forever is you can build up a monthly income that Forever will pay you month in, month out. And that way, you'll continue to get that into your old age. So I now have a monthly income that I know will come in, month out, will keep me nice and warm and happy in my old age. But it's also willable. I can leave it to my son if he's nice to me. If not, I'll leave it to a charity. Does that sound good?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Okay. So, Forever just carry on giving incentives. It's absolutely fantastic. So, in the picture there, you'll see lots of people with fantastic checks. I'm very privileged to be part of the Profit Share group. So I work with these people on a monthly basis. I'm mentored by them and I have training with them to enable me to get Profit Share next year. So what Forever do is they divide up the profits. Although they're a privately owned company, so they don't actually need to, but they invest their money back into the people that have built the business, which is absolutely fantastic. So as you see there, the checks range from about $4,000 to $1 million last year. So if somebody was to give you a check for, say, £2,000 this time next year, what do you think you spend it on?
Probably a holiday.
Cool. Okay, where would you go? Somewhere hot and sunny or somewhere more local?
For £2,000, probably Spain.
Lovely, that sounds great. Okay, and obviously that's just a starting figure. You can build on that each year.
Yeah.
Okay, so the incentives continue. Forever have something that was affectionately known as car plans. So if you qualify, you get a monthly payment of around £225 per month into your account. Don't have to use it on a car. I know people that put it into an account, save up for a holiday. I know people that have moved house with it. I know people that privately educate their children. It's just an extra reward and an extra recognition for what you've already done. So you're building your business anyway because you most likely want the income. But what Forever do is give you a really big pat on the back all the way through, which is absolutely fantastic. And this is just one of the ways. So if you want to, you can buy yourself a shiny new car, or you can just put the money in the bank. Whatever's good for you. Does that sound good?
It does.
Okay. So, do you like to travel?
Well, we haven't been travelling, but I would like to.
Okay. Would you like to travel with somebody else paying? That
would be even better, wouldn't it?
Okay. So Forever have 2 trips per year, and if you qualify, they pay for your flights, your spending money, and your accommodation while you're there. So next year the trips are to Singapore and to Cancun in Mexico. So again, it's just another way of Forever just thanking you for building your business. The recognition that you're given is absolutely amazing, and you're treated so well while you're away. So I was fortunate enough in October to go away for a weekend, and everything was paid for by Forever. So I got my hotel, I got gifts when I got there. It was absolutely fantastic. It was a really, really lovely atmosphere. So I had a meal out on the Friday night. I went to a ball on the Saturday night, and Sunday morning when I came to check out the hotel, they went, "That's all taken care of." So it's amazing. It really is. It's just a way of Forever showing you that you're appreciated, really. Okay, so obviously when I started looking at this, I already ran my own business, but I ran a very traditional business, and I didn't know anything about health and nutrition. But one of the things that I absolutely loved was the amount of training and support that we get. So we do online training, normally about once a week. We have local trainings that you can go to, and everybody supports each other. So it's very much, you run your own business and you're able to work the hours that you want to, but if you want help, the help's always there for you. So you're in business for yourself, but you're never by yourself. Does that sound good?
It does, yeah.
Okay. So, does this sound too good to be true? It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but it is the opportunity to earn what you're worth. There's so many people out there that don't get appreciated at work, don't earn anywhere near the income that they need to, and this is the opportunity to put the work in and to get the money back that you're entitled to, and to get paid well, and to get paid into the future as well. So it does take time and effort. You might have to learn some new skills, but you'll be part of the team, and we will look after each other, and hopefully we have a lot of fun. Does that all sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So at this point, I find that people normally fit in one of three categories. Some people say they see the potential, but this isn't for them. And that's absolutely fine. But I'd ask you to think back to that initial slide and think of anybody that you know that's in debt, that has an unsecured job, that's working too many hours, any of those kind of things. And I'd ask you to give me their details so that I can maybe help them if you feel this business isn't for you. Or maybe you're a maybe, you see the potential but you'd like some more information. Or maybe you're a yes, you see the potential and you'd love to get involved. So which do you think you are?
I'm probably a maybe, probably a little bit nervous of doing it, don't know anything about health and nutrition, finding the time.
Okay, I completely know how you feel. I felt exactly the same when I first looked at this. I was already working so many hours that I couldn't really see how I would fit this in. But I kind of just knew that if I didn't do something different, a year or 2 years down the line, I'd be in exactly the same situation. So for me, this was a bit like an escape plan, really. This enabled me to be able to build this up, and you really can build it in the real nooks and crannies of time. So most people that build their businesses already work full-time or run their own business. So we have ways of building your business that you really can do in very small amounts of time if you follow the system. So does that sound good?
It does, yeah.
Okay, so would you feel better if you maybe watched our business presentation, which will give you a lot more information about the business and how it all works, how you get that income, where you get those customers from?
Okay, and how do I watch that?
Okay, you can either come along with me tomorrow night. There's one in Chelmsford if you're free at 7:45.
I can't do tomorrow night. I go to clown college.
Okay, in that case, there's one online.
All right, yeah, that'll be good.
You got time for clown college, have you?
Well, I do like clowning.
Okay. Well, that would mean that there's potentially lots of people there that you can talk to.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
see? Any clubs are fantastic.
Well,
Okay, there's
Bobo's always got a bad back.
I'm sure he has. I'm not surprised. So, there's one online next Thursday evening. Would that be okay for you?
That would be great, yeah.
Okay, so what I can do is I
will
can
you send me the link?
Yep, I'll email you the link and then I'll give you a call on Friday evening. That's okay, and see if I can answer your questions.
Okay.
Is that all right?
That's great.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Have you got? I've got one last question.
Yes.
Have you got anything for like sore feet?
Sore feet. Yes, we've got a product called Propolis cream that's extremely good for sore feet. It's very good for dry and cracked skin, and it's a really good, strong moisturiser.
Oh, good, because I get a problem with my feet. I have to wear these massive shoes for clowning.
Okay, that's fine. Do you wear them for work as well?
No.
Oh, that's good. Okay,
That'd be silly, wouldn't it?
Yes, I'll lend you a sample, and you can give it back to me next time I see you. How about that?
Well done, Sally.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. I'm going to mute you now.
Oh, great.
Right, so that is how I run through a one-to-one. If the person says no, then I ask for those referrals. I ask them to speak to the person so that they would be expecting my call. If they say yes, I will say, do you want to get the paperwork out of the way now? And then I'll just give them the form. Okay, explain to them how to fill it out. I always use the paper form rather than trying to sign them up online, etc. Just because I find it easier, and the last thing I want is for them to say yes and then me be faffing about trying to connect up to Wi-Fi and everything else in a coffee shop. So the paper form I think is really easy. You just scan it in and send it off. So that's the way I prefer to do it. So has anybody got any questions at all? If you've got any questions, you can chuck them in the chat bar and I'll try my best to answer them.